Hello. Most of you will know me by the name of Videohead. I am working on this and helping to make this video so that people will understand what happened. I do not support or condone what happened. I only wish to help clear up confusion and misunderstandings. Nothing more, nothing less. Hello. I know that your English isn't too good, but don't worry too much about that, alright? So, let's start off with, can you tell us who you are?
I am AleAtorio3, also known as Ale or Atorio. I was part of the Undertale community last year, but in 2024 I got cancelled for stuff I've said online.
Can you please elaborate what you were canceled for?
hmm I was exposed for grooming minors and also being called a pedophile. Um, Sending and asking not safe for work images of my OC characters, my OC, and and being a weird person in general. Like that was who I was.
So, in one of the accusations, the main accusation, may I say, it says that you were 16 and trying to groom a 13-year-old and ERPing with them. Might I ask, how old are you? And why did you lie about your age?
Okay, well today is August 24th, 2025. Today I am 16 years old. I was born in October 2nd, 2008. And the reason I lied about my age that much was because at the start when I joined the community, I was really young. I was like 12, I was 11, something like that. And when I joined the projects, I feel was I was always the youngest person in the group chat. I always felt I was like too young to be with them. So the first thing that came up in my mind was to just add two um, uh, units to my age. So when I was 12, I was pretending I was 14, and I had to keep up with that through the years. So when I was actually 13, I said I was 15, and when I was 14, I everyone thought I was 16, and I am not proud of that. I think this whole situation happened because I lied about my age, but I can tell with all with I can safely tell that I am 16 years old.
And we have proof of that in we have proof sent of that, so we know that you aren't lying. So,
hmm
when this whole situation happened, when you were accused, you were 14 when they were 13, and you were 15 when they were 14 when this whole thing was exposed. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
hmm
So, during the whole drama and all of that, why did you bother to keep up the false age? Why did you keep lying about your age?
Because I was for me at least it was always so scary to just tell my real age because it felt wrong to keep a fake one and out of nowhere just say that I'm actually younger. At least for me, when at that time I thought be okay to just pretend I was older, and then later, after some years, I could just explain it, but it didn't happen how I was planning to, so that's why I
So
did it.
at the moment, it might have
Yes,
seemed wrong to just switch up your age again when the whole drama was going on and say the age you actually were.
yes. Hmm.
Okay. What would you have to say about that a year later? What would you have to say about that now?
Well, I can say I've changed a lot. 1 year is a really long time for you to think of what happened. Um, I've tried to keep everything as it was after everything that happened. I try to keep with my life with my usual tasks. I tried to ignore everything that happened because I was nervous. I was exhausted. It was something that maybe made me really, it maybe made me break out. But um, I can safely tell that I have different. I have a different perspective of what happened. I can safely tell that I am aware of what I did, and and I can tell that I'm a completely different person today.
You made an apology last year after the whole situation. Why make a proper apology now, a year later?
Well, because I feel like I was only that to everyone who supported me, all of my friends, everyone in general who follow me in YouTube or my project, because my last apology, the one I did right after everything happened, was trash. I did it rushed. I was scared. I really wanted to leave my YouTube account as quick as possible. I really just wanted to escape the situation. But now I think 1 year later, now that I know what happened, I feel that I feel safe to actually tell everything that happened.
One of the accusations that was put against you was that you did this all for attention. Mind you, you were 14 to 15 around the time this all happened.
Hmm.
Do you what would you have to say about that?
First of all, what I did, like the ERP thing, is absolutely disgusting. It's something horrible. And at the time, I thought it was something cool to do. I thought it was something um, that everyone did. I don't know. Like it was something that I thought it was new to me, and I immediately thought if I really should do it, and I did. Um, Honestly, I really don't have any of really good explanations. I just did that because I thought it was something that was cool, and everyone else mentioned it sometimes, and at the time I really wanted to see if it was actually cool to do. But today I can safely tell that I don't agree. It's something that should never be done, especially to people at my age at the time. It's just not worth it.
Okay. One of the questions asked was you did this all for the attention. And you essentially went over the first accusation against you of ERPing with a 13-year-old. One of the other accusations was asking and sending not safe for work arts to others.
Okay, so that's also another thing that I thought it was really funny. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was um, cool to do, which was take the my OC character and ask people to make Nazi for work arts of it and show to other people like it was something great to see. Honestly, today I think it's just a stupid thing to do because it's not funny. It doesn't do it, it's just not something great to do. But I did that, and today I just think it's something that should never ever be done to anyone. It's just not okay.
Okay. And for the last one, this one's more of a broad statement that some people had of you just being horny in general.
Hmm. No, yeah, I think that that part is a consequence of the two other things, the two other problems. I really think that the first two led to the first one, which is since I always did that ERP thing and asked for not say for regards, it ended up changing my personality at the time, which I think it's horrible because I ended up making people uncomfortable. It was just not funny, and I ended up harming people with that. So today I just feel that's really mature and not okay to do.
How do you feel about the entire situation now?
Well, I feel like it could have been avoided easily. First of all, if I just didn't lie my age, this whole thing would be really easier um, to resolve. But especially everything I did, even if I was younger than most people think, I still regret everything I did. I I really hope I could just erase everything. I'm, you know, I in the last year, I every day I just think about the situation. It made me really bad. When everything happened, I couldn't even sleep properly. I was really it made me really sad. And today I can say that it could be avoided with just telling the truth. I could have just been honest with everyone, and especially watched what think of what I was doing before sending messages to other people like that. So yeah, I think today is a like for me it's a stupid situation. I could have avoided it, and I'm sorry for everyone who was involved in this. I didn't mean to hurt anyone or harm.
What is your goal with this apology?
I really just want to clarify everything that happened with a better perspective, because everything at the time made me I couldn't say a word, I couldn't form a phrase without crashing out. So today, 1 year later, I can safely explain everything without trouble, any trouble. Um, and I can, and I know that I'm I'm not telling any more lies anymore.
How has the past year affected you, and how are you doing now?
Well, it's quite funny because when everything happened, I tried to run away, which I'm not proud as well. But since I was scared, that's the first thing that I did was to leave everything, try to delete as much as could of my accounts. Made a my poor apology in my YouTube channel, which is not well made at all. And I tried to move on, like and nothing happened. But I knew that situation would always just appear in my life once a while, because this was something really important to me. I love doing projects. I love talking to people, with my friends. I just this was part of my life, and 1 year without this made me think a lot. So even though it made me sad, it hurt me a lot. This everything gave me will and knowledge to understand what happened.
And how would you say you're doing now?
Well, now I could say I'm okay. Like that feeling had already passed a while, even if I still regret it a lot. But I can like live my life without looking um, really that blue, you know. But um, I can say that today I'm fine, but I really need to explain everything that happened because I feel that's something that's missing from the situation from my part.
How do you feel about how this affected your friends and the community?
If I could, I would honestly just say I'm sorry to each person I've affected, especially my friends who trusted me and I ended up lying to everyone. Again, not only my friends, but also everyone who followed me. I actually have nothing to say else. Just I'm sorry. Um, I really I'm out of words to just describe what I'm feeling right now. But um, I it's just something that it shouldn't be have happened. You know, the people I trusted, I could have just tell the truth to them. It wouldn't be a problem since they trusted me at the time. But today, I have no hate from for no one. I absolutely respect every single person that's in the community. And again, I'm sorry to everyone who was involved in this. I'm not proud of I did.
When this entire thing went down around the general area, you were 14 to 15 years old. And having been this popular in the community, what would you have to say for generally anyone that would ever get that popular at that young of an age?
You need to be really careful of what you say online. Even if you're really young, you have to see what you're doing. You have to know who you are talking to. You have to know because you see, the reason I lied about my age was just to seem older in a group chat when I was 12, and that simple thing, like that simple change when I was just a kid, actually just bring me a way bigger problem in the future. So you don't have to lie about ages. You just have to be honest. If you be honest, you will never have any problems. You just have to know what you're doing and be honest. That's what I honestly would change if I could go back in time.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yes, I just really want to say to everyone, not only the people who were affected, not only my friends, but everyone who uh, um, is in the Undertale community. I just want to say I'm sorry. I like today. I look at the past. I look at the things I've done, the things I've said, and I feel disgusted. Even if I was not aware of what I was doing, if I if even if I was um, really not being myself, but the only thing I actually have to say is I'm sorry. I do not pretend coming back. The only thing I want with this message is saying I'm sorry. If I could, I would really of the well, I would actually just say I would try to apologize for every single one of my friends and the persons I've affected. I really hope everyone can uh, keep up with the projects, the friendships. I really hope all the projects that were involved in my name can um, be successful. I really hope everyone who was affected by me can um, get well. I really hope this situation doesn't make someone bad, or if everything I did harmed someone. I just really want to say I'm sorry, and I actually never meant to hurt someone.
And that is the end of the interview. There is a bit more after this where he speaks in his native language and he is far better able to explain himself. And not that I'm able to understand it, but he asked of me to record it and I did. So those of you that speak Portuguese will be able to understand it, and anyone that is willing to translate it in the comments, you may. But he said that some of the expressions are hard to deliver in English. Like I have said before, this video is not meant to condone or support anything he did, but he was clearly a child that was scared and wasn't sure what to do. He lied about his age, and it kept catching up to him. And with how popular he wasn't in the right mind space. This video is really only meant to help support and clear up everything that happened. Not that everybody will forgive him, but I feel that it is much needed to have a proper apology. I really hope for the best on everyone on each side. And I know that not everybody will be up to forgiving him, but I really hope that people don't hate on him and call him a pedophile. Sure, he was weird. He was really weird, but he was just young and he didn't fully understand what he was doing. I am recording, so go ahead.
Ok. Uh, Oi, eu vou falar em português aqui para poder esclarecer melhor, até porque eu sou brasileiro e eu acho que falar minha língua ela me dá muito mais liberdade para expressar o que eu realmente quero dizer. Então, tudo que eu fiz, tudo que eu falei, foi porque eu era uma criança, mano, muito idiota. Eu não sabia o que eu tava falando. Todas as pessoas que eu afetei, cara, eu, sim, eu não sei nem o que dizer pra explicar, sabe? Se eu acabei deixando uma pessoa mal, se eu acabei fazendo muita gente ir pra baixo, né? Em relação ao meu trabalho e o que eu fazia. A única coisa que eu realmente tenho que dizer é que me desculpa por tudo que eu fiz. Todas as mentiras desnecessárias que eu falei. Tudo que foi fora de lugar na hora, sabe? Eu sinto que eu precisava dar uma desculpa, assim, de verdade, assim. Porque a que eu fiz ano passado foi horrível. E então, é isso, sabe? Eu desejo do fundo do meu coração toda a sorte para todo mundo, todos os meus amigos, todo mundo que tá me envolvido nesse projeto, todo mundo que tá envolvido na comunidade de Undertale. Porque eu tenho o maior respeito do mundo por todo mundo que tá aqui dentro. Todo mundo é muito talentoso aqui, cara. Eu conheci muita gente legal pra cacete. Muita gente talentosa pra caramba. E assim, e uma coisa que eu posso dizer é que nessa comunidade tem gente muito legal. E tem gente babaca. Só que independente se você é uma pessoa babaca, se você é uma pessoa legal, eu vou respeitar todos, sem exceção. Porque essa é a pessoa quem eu sou. E eu não vou abrir mão de quem eu sou por causa de pessoas que não gostam de mim. Mas eu sei e tenho total noção do que eu fiz foi errado. E de que eu peço desculpas. E que você que esteja ouvindo isso ou que esteja assistindo isso, entenda que eu sou uma pessoa completamente diferente. Eu vejo tudo que aconteceu contra outro ponto de vista. E eu simplesmente nunca mais na minha vida, nem se eu fosse pago, faria uma coisa dessa de novo. Então é isso. Ok, resolveu.